With the cancellation of various Amazing Spider-Man sequels and spin-offs, there's one that went somewhat under the radar and isn't talked about much. Sure, you know your Venom, your Sinister Six, your Aunt May but she's a young spy the movie, but what you didn't know was that as a part of the Amazing Spider-Man franchise, there were plans for a Spider-Man 2099 trilogy. That's right. Now, by the time all of this was cancelled, there wasn't a whole lot set in stone for the Amazing Spider-Man universe in terms of when each movie would come out and what would happen in each of them, so I won't really be taking into account how this would affect the Sinister Six or the Amazing Spider-Man 3 because they were still figuring that out when everything was cancelled, but feel free to speculate in the comments. Now then, what would this trilogy be? Well, apparently it would have started out with a Spider-Man 2099 film that Sony wanted out in the late half of 2017. This would have taken place in 2099 and seen Miguel O'Hara as Spider-Man as you'd expect. It doesn't say it definitely would be an origin story, though I'd say that's pretty likely. He would have been fighting Alchemax, the 2099 equivalent of Oscorp that gives him his powers. The villain would have either been Morlun, which would be kind of weird unless they were planning to do a live-action Spider-Verse for The Amazing Spider-Man 6 or something, or Kron Stone, a sort of upgraded 2099 Venom. The movie would end with the villain defeated and Miguel somehow being hurled back in time to present day. The trilogy would continue in a crossover event, a Carnage movie that would have come out in 2019. This would be a crossover event in that it would be a team-up between Spider-Man, Black Cat, Venom, and Spider-Man 2099. Keep in mind, Venom and Black Cat would have had their own solo movies at this point. They would all team up to defeat Carnage. Last but not least, the trilogy would end with a direct sequel to Spider-Man 2099. This would see Miguel protecting his grandfather, Tiberius Stone, from Mark Gargan, aka the Scorpion, and trying to get back to his time. So yeah, this trilogy had potential, though it has some odd choices that feel like they're there just for world building. That's something that I feel everyone believes would have been the biggest problem with the Amazing Spider-Man cinematic universe. Though, all in all, for a rough sketch of a trilogy, it doesn't sound that bad, and in the right hands, I think it could have been really good. What do you think? Give me your thoughts down below and subscribe. Bye.